Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Liv here, bringing you guys yet another Gen 4 OU Wi-Fi battle. We're taking on yet again Owen in our best of 3 set. If you guys do enjoy, of course, like down below, subscribe if you're new, and with that said, let's get right into it. So this time I brought a bit more of a casual team. This isn't like some ultra sweaty team, but it's not a really bad team either. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, I brought a team around Yanmega. I figured it was a kind of cool mon to build around personally. So yeah, figured that would be kind of fun. Hopefully this ends up going a bit cleaner than last time, to say the least. Last time's game was something else. But yeah, no, I hope this is a bit more of a fun game, because obviously last time I hacked head out a bit. So in terms of T-Tar, I'm gonna U-turn here. I don't want to risk any sort of shenaniganry. He has Protect. That's a good idea. I didn't know T-Tar ran that. Tyranitar. Yeah, I didn't know T-Tar ran that. That's kind of cool. I actually like that a lot. Okay, well, we're gonna still U-turn here, because obviously we're scarfed, so I don't want to have to risk that by like staying in. Well, that's why I clicked it in the first place. I don't want to risk like an ice punch should I have not killed for some reason. Which it looks like against bulky T-Tar I guarantee wasn't gonna kill. Actually, no, that's versus lonely T-Tar. Wow, Flygon is weak. That does enough though to put it in earthquake range, which is good to know. This does look like it's a bulkier set, but not like super. Well, a less bulky set actually, because it's around a third. Yeah. Okay, good to know. What I'm gonna do here, this team is super fucking T-Tar weak. Holy shit, I need to, oh my god, I think I take a lot from this mod. Luckily though, fuck, no, I don't wanna, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Why does nothing on my team touch this Pokemon? Okay. Actually, Rachi should be able to actually shoot a hit. Pretty comfortably, I might add. So we're gonna go into Rachi here. Rachi looks like it chews a hit. Now, if it doesn't, I'm going to be upset. But Rachi should take this hit really well. I don't know why it's so different, actually. What the fuck? Why does that do nothing? Why does that do, like, no damage? What? That shouldn't be a calc. Hold on. This is definitely bugged. This is 100% bugged. Because why does Fire Blast do, like, a gajillion more? That should not be a thing. Oh, you know what? Steel is neutral. Oh my god, that's right. Steel is neutral to dark this gen. It's a resist. I forgot about that 100%. Oh my god. I completely forgot about that. Oh shit, I hope Owen did too. We're gonna click rocks here though. I don't know how I forgot about that. Oh my god, I feel really dumb. Okay, good. We got rocks up at least. So it's their Heatran versus my Heatran. Good to note. So in terms of a Heatran switch, I think I just go into Flygon here. It's not like I'm gonna stay in. So, I'm gonna go into Flygon, yeah. Or actually, I'm gonna go into Starmie, in case if this is HP Icy trend, I don't want it predicting me. I guess, you know, Rachi is why, I guess that's why I don't have any other T-Tar switch-ins, though. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. This is fine. We obviously can't spin here. This is going for Lava Plume, that's fine. Even if it is a Scarf set or like a choice set, it's not gonna really matter a ton. We'll get some nice leftovers back, of course. There should be nothing as clicks besides Explosion that can kill a Starmie. Now, Explosion on the other hand will OHKO Starmie, 100%, even if I was at full. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go for a Rapid Spin here. Actually, kind of want the T-Tar dead. But T-Tar would never switch on me though. Yeah, I'm gonna click Rapid Spin. He has to Protect. Okay, good call. That's fine. I was gonna say that helps get some recovery back, but I forgot. T-Tar Sand, so we're not getting recovery back. Not a huge deal. I think I'm still definitely going to go for a Rapid Spin here. I think it's still my best play. Actually, no, Heatran's probably gonna stay in if it thinks I'm spinning. I think I'm gonna go for Pump. We don't know his switch-ins yet. It's still really early in the game. Speaking of, I don't know why I didn't do this last game. I should notepad. I should especially be notepadding in this gen. I do it in all my draft games, but for some reason I wasn't doing it in here. Flash, Fire, Protect, Lava Plume, Tyranitar, Sand, Stream, Stealth, Rocks. Then there was another Protect Pokemon. Oh, you know what? T-Tar. Protect, that's what it was. Rotom, Spooky. Levitate. Okay, so that actually did a lot of damage. Holy shit. Okay. So this is fine. Hopefully my opponent dies to sand. However, I don't think that's gonna happen. Fuck, okay. So, we'll at least see item here. If it doesn't reveal an item, I'm switching out. If it does reveal an item, I'm killing it. It is an item. Okay, good to know. So I'm gonna kill it. I'm just gonna click Ice Beam, just in case if for some reason there's a good grass type that wants to come in here. I'm just gonna click Ice Beam. Also, it avoids the miss. There's 0 chance in hell this thing can outpace me. There legitimately is none. So beautiful. Rotom is dead. I'm gonna still mark dead Rotom, because again, I can't check that. Okay. Also beautiful. So that is good to know. That is really good to know. So we know that Owen has 3 Pokemon unrevealed to us, Heatran and Tyranitar. So that is important to keep in mind, because there are still definitely options, like T-Tar, for example, would massacre Starmie anyway. But Starmie is looking good endgame. If we kill the T-Tar, though, Yanmega could actually put in some work. We have Choice, so that's kind of annoying, for at least Heatran at least. Clef. Okay, Clef is fine. I don't actually mind Clef. I'm shocked that Clefable's being run this gen, though. Actually, it looks like it has a lot of sets that are being run. And this Choose. This absolutely Choose. Okay, good to know. We're gonna go... I was gonna go hard Heatran out of habit. I think I might still go hard Heatran, to be honest. But I think I'm gonna go... I think we're actually gonna go hard T-Tar. T-Tar should cheer. So we know Clefable. This is definitely Magic Guard, because it's not Cute Charm. So we know that much at least. We don't have to worry about like unaware shenanigans this gen, which is good to know. T-Tar should be able to pressure this thing pretty well, though. I'd be genuinely shocked if it didn't. Yeah, okay, so we do a decent amount at least. It's not great, but it's not bad. Knock off, that's fine. No, my Pasho Berry's gone. Oh no, how am I gonna take water hits from Clefable's Water Pulse now? Okay. So we're gonna go for... I don't think that Clicking Pursuit's gonna really gain us a lot here. It at best does as much as Crunch would, but I think that Clef might just stay and click T-Wave first. So we're gonna go for Crunch. Plus, Owen currently has nothing besides his own T-Tar that would switch in. And if I clicked Earthquake there instead, it's definitely a risk because Owen would take a ton from that. So this is definitely a more Fizz-Def Clef. Either that or I got a really bad roll. No, I think it's actually just really Fizz-Def Clef, or at least a mixed bulk set. So it's knock off T-Wave. It's good to know. Thunder Wave. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mark down leftovers. Good to know. I kind of like Pursuit here. Yeah, I'm gonna click Pursuit here. Seismic Toss. Okay, fuck, didn't switch. Really thought it would switch there. Not a huge deal. I guess it does Seismic Toss, and I guess it didn't really need to switch, to be fair. He just goes for Soft Boil and Seismic Toss. Yeah, never mind. I don't know why I thought I was gonna switch. Let's see if it's going for Seismic Toss. Oh wow, I got a crit. Okay. Well, I'll take that. It's definitely clicking Soft Boil here though, so it didn't really matter like a ton. It like Owen was clicking that either way because obviously a crit Crunch would have killed. I think I'm gonna switch. I'm definitely gonna switch. I'm gonna go into Rachi. I'm gonna try and Power Flinch. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I'm sorry, I was responding to something. Okay, so we have Rachi in now. There's no way that, I would say, there's no way in hell that he went for T-Wave there. I didn't want to get this paired. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go for Iron Head Flinches. It does at least an okay amount to this. We know this is Soft Boil as well now. Soft Boiled. Okay. So we should luckily be able to just Iron Head Flinch a couple times and beat through this. Sort of what Rachi does, but I mean I kind of have to go for it. So I do apologize in advance, Owen, but a win's a win, and I'm trying to get another win in a row. So we're gonna go for it. Owen will probably switch into Heatran, to be honest, which is fine if he does. I'll still get chip on that between Rocks and Iron Head. So he doesn't switch in. That's perfectly fine. He's probably going for a T-Wave. Makes a lot of sense. It's really not a big deal for us. If we flinch, that's great. If we don't, okay, so we flinched. Great. Alright, I'm sorry, but again, not a huge deal for us at least. It sucks for Owen. It really does suck for Owen. Okay. So I'm gonna go for another Iron Head. I don't really have a reason to go for Body Slam right now. Because even if Heatran does come in, I'm not at the current position of the game where I feel like paraflinching is team. So I don't really need to do that. I'd rather just get the chip on Clef, truthfully. Especially because if I flinch it out, it's less of a chance that I get paired. So that's sort of the mindset as well. This is going to take Rocks at least now. And also it's going to take Iron Head chip. So we can definitely scout for an item. And that will help alert us a lot of how we're going to play around this Pokemon. So that's definitely good to keep in mind. My guess is it's leftovers. But if it's not leftovers, so it's great information as well. Thankfully it can't be Rocky Helmet this gen. Not that it would run that anyway, but thankfully it can't be. So this is leftovers, and it does outpace us. It's good to note as well. Wait. Does it out? How does it outpace us? How does that Heatran outpace us? What? That shouldn't outpace us. Oh, you know what? We're full. We're full. That's what it is. Okay. I was very confused for a second. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. We're gonna definitely switch here. We're gonna go into our own Heatran. Now I'm gonna get a little greedy here. I'm gonna get a little bit greedy here. Because I'm gonna fake that I'm Scarfed, I think, is my play. Because I don't think they're gonna click Earth Power. If they do, good play. Good play, Owen. Very good play. However, I don't think that Owen's gonna do that. You guys are sub. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, I'm losing a Pokemon here. That was a really good play by Owen. Shit. That was really good for Flygon as well, if he was expecting that. I'm gonna go for Earth Power. I just need to break this thing sub. He gets for Protect. Okay, so he sub, Protect, Lava Plume. I'm gonna hope that his last move is like HP Ice or some bullshit. That's sort of what I'm gonna bank on at this point. To be fair though, this turn will tell me at the very least. This exchange will tell me if I can go hard Flygon for now on. Well, probably not because of Lava Plume. But it'll at the very least tell me if Flygon should chew a hit, or if he trans my mon to chew a hit. It'll purely be based on what move he clicks here. So I still am gonna go for this. He goes for Torment. Ooh. I know that Owen loves his Torment Tran. Fuck. That's actually kind of annoying. Fuck. Oh, shit. That's actually gonna cause a lot of mind games, I'm not gonna lie. That was a really good play by Owen. Because I'll be honest, Sub-Torment Heatran does a lot to my team. Shit. Okay. So Owen's gonna 100% go for a Substitute here. I kind of need to get Starmie in. Starmie does hard wall this set, at least. We do know that much. So I'm gonna go into Starmie. We know for a fact that his best way to hit us is to... Well, his best way around us for Starmie is the Lava Plume. And I hope it gets the burn just so we can get a little bit of chip every time. But currently, though, there's no way to actually get any damage on us barring spamming Lava Plume, which if it does, it's fine. Because even if it torments me, I could care less. He's going to withdraw here, and he's going to go into Clefable. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, that mon is kind of annoying. Okay, so we're back into Starmie now. I kind of want to remove Rocks. Because even if Owen goes for T-Wave here, we obviously have Natural Cure. If it knocks off our leftovers, I'm not going to be hugely upset. And Slazing Toss, I think, is still worth taking if it means that we can get rid of Rocks. So I'm going to get rid of Rocks here, because that'll force T-Tar to get them up. I thought T-Tar was going to come in hard on us earlier, because it does chew any hit that we want to go for on our Starmie, especially being leftovers. But it's not a huge deal. I'm not, like, crying over it or anything. So we're going to go for a Rapid Spin here. And we'll see what happens. Let's see. Okay, so Rapid Spin goes off. That's going to do, like, no damage, but that's fine. It was definitely important, to say the least. Thunder Wave. Okay, not a huge deal. Let's see. So, that was a good play by Owen, of course, in case I want hard Rachi again. Realistically, I don't break this Clef that well. That's kind of annoying. Clefable. Let's see. Rachi doesn't do anything. Heatran doesn't do anything. Starmie doesn't do anything. Flygon actually does 2k with Outrage. What the fuck? Since when was Flygon my unironic best one to touch this? Huh, I guess Flygon is good after all, in a certain generation. Okay. Well, Flygon actually is a hard switch into this. However, I am not going to go hard Flygon right now because I do risk the knockoff. What I'm going to do instead... Actually, no, fuck. I kind of have to go hard. I don't really need a Scarf versus anything revealed right now. And Starmie is still really good against most of these mons. In fact, any sort of Scarf that Owen could have, Starmie would still be good against. So I don't mind losing my Scarf, if I'm being honest. It would actually probably not be the worst thing in the world. Thunder Wave? Okay, perfect. Okay. So, looking at calcs with Flygon. Earthquake does 44 to 52. Outrage is 53 to 63. What one do I click? So I think I'm going to click Earthquake here. Earthquake should still kill this, and at the very bare minimum, if Owen does stay in a knockoff, it's perfectly fine. He's going to have to probably go for Soft Boil here to scout, which if he does, that's kind of annoying, not a huge deal breaker. I guess Outrage would have probably been the better option to click there, just in case he stayed in. However, it did let in Heatran for free, and if I got locked into 3, Heatran got a free sub, and I didn't really want to do that. Soft Boil, okay. Good scout by Owen. Yeah, I still think I just go for Earthquake until I lose my Scarf. Because at the very least, this isn't, like, it's not gonna, can't get around me otherwise. So Owen will have to switch, which is kind of the catch-22 here. Owen will have to knock off my Scarf, which truthfully is good for me, I think. I think in hindsight, I think that's good for me. So Owen will have to knock off my Scarf. And not only that, but then I can click Outrage. Owen's gonna withdraw here, so he must have a good ground switch in then. Probably his Flygon. Skarmory. Oh, fuck, that's a really good ground switch in. Okay, then. Good to know, good to know. Okay. At the bright side, we do have kills, like outright O-Coast to this mon. Because this isn't Gen 5 Skarmory where Sturdy is, like, really broken. This is Gen 4 Skarmory, which while it's still cancer, it's not gonna be, like, guaranteed living every hit. So, we're gonna go into Heatran here. It's probably going to go for Spikes, which I'm not hugely against it going for Spikes. It's annoying for sure, but I'm not, like, going to cry over it. We're going to definitely have to go for a Lava Loom on this. Because while I am a bit worried if Heatran wants to come in, it's not going to kill me because... Well, it's not going to kill me if it does, because the very bare minimum, Owen shouldn't be able to get off any sort of guaranteed taking Earth Power before I can hit it. So, it won't be like last time where he was actually able to torment me, like, successfully. So I'm just going to go for the Fire Blast here. I think that's for the best. Hopefully he stays in and just sacks, because then I can just spin away Spikes. He's probably going to go hard T-Tar, though, truthfully, which, not huge on, because T-Tar's kind of annoying to switch versus. But again, we do have Rachi. We also have, we have our own T-Tar as well, so I'm not, like, going to be hugely broken up over it. I just realized as well, this is going to probably be a longer game because of Clef Scarm, which I'm not like, going to hugely mind, but it will definitely be a longer game. We'll just need to keep that in mind. If we can burn the T-Tar potentially, then that's great for us. That's actually really good for us. Owen's probably right now deciding on if I'm clicking Flamethrower, Fire Move or Ground Move. So, definitely a very tough turn for Owen, though. I don't blame him for taking a bit of time in this one, because it really will change the point of the game if he gets it wrong. So he does switch out. He's definitely going hard Heatran, right? He's going T-Tar. Okay. So that was a good play. T-Tar definitely chewed any hit anyway. I think it was a safe play to say the least. Obviously, it really only mattered if I got a drop or a burn. So we're going to get some nice chip on this at the very least. I believe we revealed earlier this doesn't have leftovers, but to be fair, it was before I was taking notes, so maybe that changed. Maybe it does have leftovers after all. Or I guess it wouldn't have changed, but maybe it does and I just didn't note it. Come on, get the burn. No burn. Okay, not a huge deal. Let's see. So I do need this around now. Now that Skarmory's on the team... Okay, so this is leftovers. Mono leftovers team, that's fine. It's the only good items. Gems has choice items. And berries. So now that there is this on the team, though, the Skarmory as well, this has become a kind of annoying game, actually. We're going to go hard Rachi. We're going to go hard Rachi. And I think I'm going to Body Slam this turn. We should be able to chew any sort of T-Tar hit. I don't see T-Tar staying in, though, because this mod is actually really important for Owen to help avoid any sort of troubling turns with Heatran, at least. Earthquake. Okay, good play by Owen. Stealth Rocks, Protect, Earthquake. So if he has Earthquake on his set, I think that might force me to have to click, an actual, like, Iron Head. I don't know. I still don't think with dual steals that Owen's gonna... I don't think he's gonna stay in it. Because he could just outright, like, lose his T-Tar. Well, actually, no. I don't think we kill with one Iron Head. I think we need two. Tyranitar. Yeah, okay, so Iron Head would, like, 2 a KO. So I'm gonna go for a Body Press, then. Body Slam. I don't know why I was thinking Body Press. Probably because T-Tar's, like, 4 times weak to fighting. But I'm gonna definitely just go for it. He's going for Protect. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go for the... okay, so last time that I did get caught on one of these Protect turns, I went for the prediction. I went for Rapid Spin on the Heatran, and then it protected, and I went for Hydro Pump on the turn after. So, with that in mind, I think that Owen's gonna keep that in mind and switch out this time. Because... Actually, I think he's gonna stay in this time. I think he's gonna stay in because of what happened last time. To be fair, he does still have 2 steals, so he very well could just switch out here. He is switching out. Okay, fuck. I was gonna say, I thought that there might have been a chance he stayed in, just trying to not have that happen. Not a huge shield. We do have at the very least Fire Punch, so this isn't gonna kill us. Okay. Hopefully we can get a burn on this. That'll actually be huge. We do, like, no damage to this, by the way. We do literally, like, 0. I don't know if this is actually max for his death. That didn't do a lot of damage. That did a lot of damage for Iron Head. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Fire Punch. It should do a quarter at least. It'll force Roost. Looks like there's Spikes, Whirlwind, Roost, Break for this gen, which is fine. I'm not really in a hugely bad position because that. If we burn this, we'll practically recover up every time on it as well, which is pretty good. So again, I don't really mind. I think this Scarm is definitely annoying, though, to say the least. We gotta kill this before we can actually win the game. Because we definitely want this. Well, actually, we don't need the Spikes gone, to be fair. We have Flygon and Yanmega for our end game. So as long as we can kill the T-Tar, I still think there's a chance we can win with Yanmega. Because Specs Tinted Lens, how much does that actually do to Scarm? I feel like that does a lot. I assume that does like 30 to 40%. Oh, that like 2 KOs. What the fuck? That actually does like 66 to 79. Okay, that's good to know. That's really good to know. We have the burn. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, we should be able to chew like any hit this wants to go for. Whirlwind, that's fine. Hopefully we get Yanmega in actually. That would be great. Because I don't think Rocks got up. Rocks didn't get back up as far as I remember. I think it's only Spikes. Heatran's in. You know what? I'll take that too. Seeing as T-Tar was a switch in last time. Seeing as T-Tar was a switch in, I think I'm gonna go for. How much does Tyranitar want to take from Heatran? How much does it take? So, oh, you know what? That's level 50. That's why it takes so little. Okay, takes. So 2 of these should kill. To be fair, it could go for Protect. It's kind of annoying. Owen can't really touch me though, even if he goes for Brave Bird. So I'm gonna go for Earth Power, and if he predicts, so be it. If he predicts and goes for Whirlwind, so be it. I have a lot of other Pokemon that actually bother this, so I'm really not that concerned. I'm gonna click Earth Power. He's going into Clef. Good play. Very good play. I was gonna say I was gonna go for Will-O-Wisp to try and scout for ability, but again, I have on my notes, and it's the only thing against this gen, but it's unaware. The only good ability against this gen. Okay. Whirlwind. Alright, so yeah, that did like no damage. Which is fine. Clefable. So we're gonna go hard Flygon again. I wanna force the knockoff. Because if we get that knockoff off, that's really good for us. It's probably gonna go for T-Wave or knockoff here. So I'm hoping it goes for knockoff. Because looking at Owen's team, that would be really good. Unless if Owen has a Scarfer in the back. That should be really good losing our Scarf here. Seismic Toss. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go for Outrage this turn. Because even if something wants to come in, I'm perfectly fine with that. Owen's gonna probably have to go for the Soft Boil first turn to actually like get the information he needs. So I don't actually mind. Luckily we can take 2 more Seismic Tosses, which is good. So unless Owen gets Rocks up, we should be able to be in a good position against Clef as well for switching in. So I'm gonna go for the Outrage here. I cannot see a world where he doesn't Soft Boil first turn, which means that between the first turn and the second turn, we should most likely be able to figure out what Owen's mission is at least. And should I break out in 2 turns, it's great. We might be able to whittle this down a bit as well. If he goes for knockoff here, he loses this. We might even, if we get a couple good rolls, be able to beat this. But yeah, no, I think Owen knows that his best play here is to leave my Scarf on, which is fine. It's fine that he knows that, but it's kind of annoying, I guess. This is definitely the more Fizz Def element for sure. It's not like max Fizz Def though. I wonder what other Clefable investments are there. Clefable, what the fuck? Yeah, they're all either like insanely Fizz Def or insanely Spit Def. So this must be like some sort of custom spread. At least all the ones in the calc, I should say. All the ones in the calc are. So Owen's gonna stay, and he's probably just gonna softboil out until I confuse myself, which is fine. It does leave him prone to crit, I guess. But if he knocks me off, then that's great, because I get a lot easier turns for after Outrage. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because he's recovering up with softboil plus leftovers. He's always actually getting back. I have nothing to break this Pokemon. I need to stall at softboils. Fuck, that's actually really annoying. Yeah, my entire team loses to this Pokemon. What the fuck? Why can nothing in my team touch this? Literally nothing. Yeah, shit. I outright lose to this Pokemon. I mean, on the bright side, we forced 3 outrages there. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely a war of attrition, I would say. Oh shit, I think we crit him. Oh, I feel really bad. I feel really bad. Like, I kind of had to... This was kind of the position we were in. But I feel bad, because there was no other way I was breaking that. There was legitimately none. But it kind of came down to it. I can't, like, neither of us had any other plays. I had to click Outrage until I hit myself in Fusion. Owen had to click Softboil until he felt like switching on Outrage. Which he could have. I am Scarfed. I think he I'd almost assume he knew that. I mean, if he doesn't, he knows it now. Okay. So I can at the very least go hard into my Starmie here, though. Starmie should be able to chew any hit, and I can go for a Rapid Spin. I want to get rid of these hazards. Because the hazards are definitely annoying. They're really starting to kind of add up. We still have the 0-6 Mon. Now, if I had to guess, I'm assuming it's something to handle Scarf Flygon, because he really didn't feel like trying to remove the Scarf. Which should be fair. He might just be banking on that with Skarmory plus T-Tar. In tandem, the two can definitely do it, but it's definitely kind of still annoying for him. Okay. So we're gonna go for a Rapid Spin here. I think it's still definitely my best play. Yeah, I kind of feel bad though. There was 0 chance I broke that Clef without a crit. So definitely annoying, especially after last game when I literally hacked the shit out of Owen. So I do kind of feel bad. Hopefully it doesn't end up like making a huge deal of difference, but I think it probably will. Actually, no, it probably did like make the difference. Otherwise, I would have to like hard saw Owen of softballs, which I could have done. I have enough Pokemon, it's early enough in the game, but it would have definitely been, a problematic Pokemon to say the least. But right now though, my play is sort of just to make sure to let Heatran kill me, so I can get someone else in. Love him. Okay, great. So we have lost Starmie. That's perfectly fine. At this point, I'm gonna go hard into. I'm gonna go hard into. Fuck. Is there a mon I can go hard into? It doesn't need to lock. I just realized I think I clicked Rapid Spin twice. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? What the fuck? Well, no, never mind. I switched in and I clicked Rapid Spin. That's what it was. It just goes really slow. Okay, I was gonna say I was thoroughly confused there. Okay. So our Heatran should be really good here, actually. We get a really free Earth Power here, because even if Skarm comes in, that's fine. He no longer breaks us, though, which is good to know. So he's going for Protect, that's fine. Really, Owen's only play is to try and get as much HP back as he can in this, and then go for, just go for doubles. I have no reason to not click Earth Power, though, because unlike Owen, my set actually touches his, and Owen's set is entirely walled by mine. His only play would be hoping that he can like outpace with sub and then try and sub stall me out. But even then, I have enough Earth Powers at this point. He would also need to get like predictions doubles right, which he could do to be fair. But it's not going to be like pretty. And I don't even have to worry about clicking Lava Plume against this team either, or Fire Blast, because Owen has nothing to pressure with on Heatran. His Heatran's wall by mine, and mine actually hits his. So, so yeah, we're gonna get some nice chip on this as well. I think the best part about this is that every time that Scarm comes in and Heatran comes in, they both have to take hazards. Scarm doesn't seem to have Protect. If it does, then that's fine. But Heatran does at the very least, so we can definitely like get a little bit of that HP back. But Scarm at the very least, though, is taking chip every time it comes in. And it's non-recoverable as well. So he only has so many turns he could do this as well, which is really good. As I said, I think killing the Clef, or the critting on the Clef, 100% mattered. But at the same time, though, it's one of those things that just happens. Okay, so Sierra's coming in, that's perfectly fine. We're gonna get some okay chip on this. Fire Blast is probably due to dodge at any point now, which truthfully I would kind of be upset, but like, it's definitely earned to say the least. We hit that one at least, which is good. I'm not gonna complain, but like, I probably was due to miss one. So we'll see. I hope I don't burn at least. I'd feel really bad if I burnt at least. Okay, so at least we didn't burn. I mean, it would have been great if we burned, but like, I'd have felt bad. At this point. It would have been overdone to say the least. Okay. So looking at this, Heatran is kind of my win con. It kind of became my win con. I was hoping it would be Greg the Flygon, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go hard into Rachi. I don't really have a reason to not go Rachi. We live any Earthquake at this point, if I remember correctly. So I don't really have a reason to not just go hard Rachi. Tyranitar. He's going for rocks. Okay, that was a good play. Yeah, we're gonna go for a Body Slam here, I think. I don't really lose anything clicking Body Slam here, because if Skarmory comes in, that's fine. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna click Body Slam and then double into... No, it's way too risky. It's way too risky. And truthfully, I don't really miss a lot anyway by just letting Heatran come in. I'm gonna go for Body Slam into Fire Punch, I think is my play. Because the Skarmory will probably be the switching, if I had to guess. Owen's been really good about doubling every single time on these Protects. So, I'm gonna go for Fire Punch on this turn. If Owen goes hard Heatran, great play. It is still a very free switch-in. However, if the Skarm does come in, though, and I don't go for Fire Punch this turn, it could definitely get a Roost up, and that could be pretty annoying. So I think it is more worth it to me to go for the Fire Punch. Especially when I do have Heatran switch-ins. I have a hard Heatran immunity. And even if he goes for the Torment, I really don't mind it that much. So I'm going to go for Fire Punch here. And if Owen goes hard Heatran, really not a huge deal. I do have switch-ins. He stays in. Okay, that's perfectly fine as well. I definitely got a bit over-predicting there, to say the least. But not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. We have 20% burn. Didn't burn. Not a huge deal. Crunch goes off. That's fine. We should chew this at least. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for an Iron Head here. He gets the defense drop. I'm definitely going to go for an Iron Head here. Because I don't exactly have a good switch into this. Flygon probably gets mauled by Crunch at this point. This mod is very annoying, actually, switch on. Flygon wouldn't die. Actually, no, it would die after rocks. Yeah, it would die after rocks, because we have 201 HP left. Yeah, it's 43 chance. I'm not going to risk that. Flygon's too good here. I'm going to go for an Iron Head. We're going to probably die. Owen has no reason not to click Crunch again. Especially since we're -1 now. It definitely does over half. So, it is what it is. It was pretty justified, to be fair. Like, I'm not going to act like it wasn't. Heatran comes in, that's perfectly fine. We're going to get some nice chip on this at least. Kind of wishing I did the Flygon double, but again, I couldn't risk it. It was a 43% chance. We'll get some chip on this at least. I wonder what 0-6 is. We both done a good job about bluffing hiding our 6 Pokemon. It'd be funny if the 6 Pokemon on both of our teams was Yanmega. However, there's only 2 Yanmega teams on the paste, and I know that because I looked for one, because I thought it'd be a fun Pokemon. So I know for a fact that the other Yanmega team had a Scizor on it. So unless Owen changed, which he could have built his own team. Owen's definitely good enough to. Owen knows enough about the meta because he plays it a lot more than I do. So maybe he did. Which if that's the case, then good on Owen. But yeah. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go hard into Flygon. I'm gonna go for Flygon and I'm gonna click Earthquake. If he goes for sub, that's fine. He's at least gonna get some chip. Yeah, so that's fine. We'll get our Earthquake off at least. He's withdrawing here. Good play by Owen, of course. He's going to Nidoqueen. That's 6. Okay, you know what? I don't mind this a ton. Okay, so Nidoqueen being the 6. So we just need to kill a T-Tar. Okay. Let's see. That was a good double. I just wanted to bring this in, truthfully. Okay. I'm gonna U-turn here. He's going for Protect. God damn it. All these Protect Pokemon. Okay. So that was a good play, though, because it was pretty no drawback. He, as I said, Owen definitely knows I'm Scarf Flygon here. So, yeah, no, that was a good play. He's gonna get a really nice hit off on something, which is annoying, because if anything, I'd want to sack this. So that's kind of annoying. However, it's not the end of the world, because what I can do here, actually, is I can sack something. Let me double check how much Heatran takes, because I don't think he has switch-ins anymore to Flygon. Or Yanmega, I should say. Yeah, Air Slash actually 2 KOs. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna sack T-Tar. T-Tar's definitely became our stack. Knowing his 6, T-Tar's our stack. And we can go into Yanmega pretty freely on this. Nidoqueen, unless... We know it's not Scarfed, because it's Black Sludge. And Nidoqueen takes, like, half, which is good to know. Not only that, but Nidoqueen also only does, like, half back, because it's not Sheer Force this gen, which is great to know. Because I'll be honest, I legitimately forgot about that. So he has Earthquake, Ice Beam, Toxic, Spice, Protect. Okay. Pretty standard set, not a huge deal. Assuming it is standard. Which also means it's like Fizz Def, like hard Fizz Def. Okay. So I guess the question is, what does more to Heatran? Air Slash does. It does a lot more, actually. Air Slash should 2-hit KO this whole team. Okay. So that's good to know. So then I'm gonna go into Flygon. Into Yanmega. And I'm just gonna start spamming Air Slash. We know that nothing outpaces us. We know as well this shouldn't have any way to touch us. Last means probably Toxic Spikes, which isn't a huge deal. Sadly, we are even HP. I'll be honest, I should have checked for that. But yeah, just one of those things, I guess. Zero clue why, but it is. We're gonna go for the Air Slash. This should do a lot. This should be able to do like half. He's going for Protect, that's fine. So used to doing level 50. So he would kill us with Ice Beam. I just realized that. Fuck. I forgot to take rocks into account. Shit. Okay, well, we're gonna have to live with it. That sucks. That really sucks. I should have checked for that first. Maybe Owen will think that we kill. I don't think he will, though. I think there's no way that Owen thinks that kills. There's zero chance that Owen thinks that kills. Oh fuck, I choked away a really cool mon. Oh shit, he withdrew. Okay, you know what? That's really good, actually. That's really good for us. Because no matter what Owen goes into, something will have to take more damage, and he's also losing potential sacks. So, I'll take this. This was really good for us, actually. Because Owen's team now is actually really ground weak. Which means that I can just spam Scarf Earthquake from Flygon. I do need to get a Mega... I need the Nidoqueen chipped a bit. However, it's not actually a big deal. So I guess Yanmega coming in isn't gonna kill us. I think Owen choked there. I think Owen 100% choked there. Because Heatran also becomes a lot easier to just play with. Not versus Nidoqueen, to be fair. But, yeah, I mean, realistically, we just need a bit of chip and stuff. We've lost Starmie and T-Tar. We're gonna lose this 100%. Whatever Owen brings in next is what we're stacking it to. But then we have Rachi, Heatran, and Flygon. Yeah, we might be good still. Okay. So he's gonna go T-Tar. Perfectly fine. We're gonna definitely sack. T-Tar should still take, like, 26%, which, truthfully, it's not a huge amount, but it's a decent amount of damage. Like, a quarter to T-Tar, especially, like, most T-Tars have a bit of Spdef, it seems. So we should be able to get off some nice chip. Okay. So yeah, that's about right. That's about right. T-Tar's gonna definitely kill us, though. There's zero chance we live any hit from T-Tar. Even if we somehow did, we're dying to sand. Okay, yeah, that kills. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So what am I gonna do here? I'm gonna just go into Flygon and click Earthquake. I'm gonna definitely do that. He will have to sack this. there's no doubt about it, Owen's gonna have to sack this, because Nidoqueen needs to be at healthy, so does Heatran. Okay. Yeah, I think I kind of have to hope he's a slower set. Let me see. So, versus like a less Fizz Def set. Just versus an HP set. Okay. So either way, I guess we'll be able to figure out just based on how much we do with Earthquake. He's gonna go for Protect. It's really not gonna matter. Earthquake kind of mauls his whole team at this point. Yeah, okay. So we do around 80% if it's just max HP, but like no Fizz Def boosting. So I guess we'll figure out whether we can go hard Rachi or hard into Heatran either way. But I think the play will be to sack this. We're gonna Earthquake though, kill the T-Tar. Beautiful. T-Tar is dead. Tyranitar dead. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, so we just have the Nidoqueen and the Heatran left. That is perfectly fine. Okay. So I think no matter what comes in, we're gonna have to just click Earthquake. I don't really have any better play, because we need the chip on Nidoqueen and we also need to scout for the set. Nidoqueen comes in, that's fine. It's probably hard Fizz Def, but if it is, then that means I should be able to come in with Heatran and pick off the kill guaranteed. Yeah, okay, good to know. So we're gonna click Earthquake. Protect, okay, that's fine. Really don't mind that. Let's see. Yeah, crit sucked, Clef stalled my entire team. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so we just go for Earthquake here. No matter what, Earthquake picks... well, it definitely won't pick us off. There's 0 chance. Alright. So, Earthquake's gonna go off. It should do, as I'm expecting it to do around half. It's like 50 to 60% roughly off the calcs. And then from there, we'll just pick it off with Heatran, unless it, like, really doesn't take it, which and then we'll go into Rachi. Is that a crit? Okay, that's not a crit. Okay, then I'm going hard Rachi, actually. Yeah, I'm going hard Rachi. Because I cannot risk that. That is way too fast for Nidoqueen for me to be comfortable going hard Heatran. Because that might actually outpace me. Fuck. That's good to know, though. That's really good to know. Really, really glad I did the calcs, because I'll be honest, I would have probably went hard Heatran here. And if I did, I lost to Owen. Which would have sucked, because I would have threw the game there. But no, I definitely go hard Rachi here, though. It would need to be a pretty offensive Nidoqueen, actually, to be able to kill versus Rachi. Let's see. So we'll have 2, 2, 1. Could potentially kill off your rocks, actually. Which is kind of annoying. But again, I sort of need to go for it. He's gonna go for Protect. Good play by Owen. If he's hard Fizz Def, then that's fine. But again, I really can't. I don't think he is. There's 0 chance he would have been and taken that much. Because he had like next to full, and he took a fuck ton of damage. So versus not Fizz Def, we could do around 25 to 29, which is fine. We probably won't kill. Fuck, I think Owen might actually be able to win this. Yeah, if he outpaces Heatran, that's kind of a problem. To be fair, he would need a lot of speed to outpace Heatran, actually. He's withdrawing. Okay. Yeah, he would actually need a lot of speed. Okay. Alright, so he's going hard Heatran now. That's fine. Okay. So I definitely have to just go hard into... Oh, fuck. He might double. Oh, fuck. Fuck. This is kind of... It's kind of annoying endgame. I do still kind of need to go for it. We actually should be able to live in Nidoqueen here after rocks. Nidoqueen's gonna have to take... Oh, fuck. It's still getting HP back. Shit. I'm still gonna have to go for it. I can have to just go for the double. If Owen predicts, good play by Owen. My Rachi set definitely can't touch that Nidoqueen though. If I body slammed, I think I might have been at least able to confidently flinch out the Heatran, but I couldn't risk that versus Nidoqueen because I needed to kill it. Okay. He's withdrawing here? Okay, fuck. We're gonna have the chance. I think we're gonna have the chance. How confident am I that I outpace? So Owen would need to be timid, I feel like, to confidently stay in here. Which he could be. He could be. He didn't take the hit that well. Fuck. I don't know. I think I'm going to stay in a Quick Earth Power. He's Protect. Okay. For a second there, I thought he, like, actually just outpaced us that turn. And I was like, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god. Owen also doesn't know that we're not timid either, as far as I'm aware. We're pretty low investment on Modest. I think it's actually just the same investment that it's slightly more. Okay. Alright, which it's still not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. Owen technically doesn't know that we're not timid. So I was saying he didn't really have like a overly confident play there. I guess if he Earthquake did not pace, he won. But it really depended on his team. Kind of curious. Like now that the game is like definitively over, I'm kind of curious if I can find the team and maybe see. Let's see. I should look for Clefable probably. Clefable's probably the more niche mon here. Let's see. Looking. Yeah, I can't find it so far. Kind of curious, just because at the very least, I mean, we could figure out, like how fast the Nidoqueen was, just for hindsight. Because at the very least, Owen and I did check the IVs this time. We know for a fact that both of our teams had good IVs. I'm just gonna click Earth Power just to end it. But yeah, that should be game. GG to Owen though. It was a very fun match. I am sorry about the crit though. That 100%, like the crit and Clef 100% like sealed it. There was a 0 chance after that for Owen. Well, I don't know about 0 chance, but it was a very like nil chance, I should say. So that definitely did suck. I am sorry about that. Hopefully the third game goes a bit better because the first two have been very unfortunate for Owen to say the least. Also, I think this was just his own team. I can't find it on here. If you guys did enjoy though, leave a like down below. Hopefully you guys check out the third battle and the final one in the set on Thursday. With that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.